Hello, my name is Heather Brent. I am a Seint artist with Seint Beauty. I'm going to do a tutorial today on just the application of this cream 3D makeup, and then I'm probably going to do a gold kind of bronzy eye look, but keep it simple. If you would like a color match for this makeup, I will leave my color match form in either the comments or the description somewhere, or you can just reach out to me if you want a color match. Just send me a picture of yourself in front of a mirror, or not a mirror, in front of a window with no makeup on, about 3 feet from the window, and no artificial light in the background. Send me a picture now and into my direct mailbox, and I can get you a color match that way too. So if you are interested in this, please send me a color match and we'll get you going. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and if you would please like and follow my page and share if you know somebody who might enjoy this as well. So let's get started. I just realized I did not prepare my perfecting sponge, so that is a step that I always do, and I'm actually gonna go prepare that now. Okay, sometimes I forget how convenient it is to pre-record videos and I can just pause and do what I need to do. So I just got my sponge wet. I squeeze it under the water about 4 or 5 times just to get it doubled in size. And then you want to get all the water out. So you're going to shake it and get all the water out while you're squeezing it. And then I like to take a cloth or a paper towel or anything and just get any excess water out. Okay, so I've got that all squeezed out, and I just plucked my eyebrows a little bit, just cleaned them up. And I am going to start today with my color correcting. So this is a cream-based makeup. It's made up of highlight and contours. Highlight is not the shimmery, pretty iridescent that you would typically think of highlight. Our highlights make up our foundation colors. So these are my 2 foundation colors right now, and I'm also going to use a third to color correct the redness on my face. The one I'm using to color correct is called Mango, and it's a little darker, but it works as a barrier underneath my lighter color to give me coverage and longevity. So I'm just going to tap my clean finger in there, and I'm just going to put that lightly, very lightly, on the red areas of my face. You shouldn't be able to see this. It shouldn't look, it looks orange or orangey kind of when it comes out, but once you blend it into the red areas of your face, or any area of your face, it should not look orange. So I'm just gonna really get the red areas, the darker areas covered, and then I'm just going to blend that in. So I'm just gonna do circular motions with my brush until it's all buffed in the skin. Now, if I wasn't using a color corrector, this is how I would apply my foundation as well. But when I go and put my main highlight color, my foundation, on top, I'm just gonna pat it in because I don't want to swirl it and kind of ruin the color correction. You can use lighter colors. I know many that have used lighter colors to color correct darker areas, but from my experience, you just don't get the longevity, and it will start to wear, and the color underneath will start to peek through. So you really want to make sure you're kind of matching the imperfection or darkness that you want to conceal. So there you can see I kind of have my mango nicely spread out over my redness. So now it's time to do my main highlight, and I'm going to use a color called Amber for that. Amber does have warmth. Sometimes I'll use Candlelit because I have the warm mango under, but the mango isn't all over, so I'm just gonna tap. You don't wanna swipe it or gouge into the product. This is cream, it's highly pigmented, and you don't need a lot of product. So I'm just going to tap it in there. Like you can see, I have product on, and this tap is enough to cover like one section of my face. And I actually got a little extra on there, so this is actually covering a pretty big portion of my face right now. And I'm just gonna tap and press it into the skin. And it's gonna give a pretty second skin look. Cream is so wonderful because it moves with your skin and it doesn't set and look cakey like a liquid foundation. So there I have that. I'm gonna tap it into my product again and work into this section of my face down here. I use different highlight colors on different days because I do use self-tanner sometimes throughout the week, or it just depends. So I kind of work through different highlight colors, but generally you stick with one highlight shade for most of a season. Now your highlight shade might need to be updated in the summer months because your skin tone will probably get a little bit darker being in the sun more. But also we could do a brightening highlight, so a second highlight that's a little bit brighter. You can mix those together and kind of tailor it to your own preference and needs. Whatever works for you. It's so versatile. So I'm going to tap and get on my nose and my eyelids. Our highlights can work as an eyelid primer as well. So it's like a 2-in-1 step. You're priming your lids and giving them some coverage. And then I'm going to tap in and just do my forehead. I'm not going to go all the way back here because I am going to be using my contour there, and our contours have coverage as well. So you don't need a bunch of layers on your skin. I do my highlight over where my contour would go here. Sometimes if I do my contour first and put it in, I don't put my highlight there. But my preference to do my makeup is to do my highlight first. I do sometimes do the contour first just to show you how versatile it is. You can apply with your finger, you can apply with the brushes. It's however you like to do it. So now I have that nicely pressed in. Now since I have that mane on, I'm going to go through with my perfecting sponge and just pounce it on my face, pick up any excess makeup I might have on, because that tends to show, having excess tends to show texture, and it just gives you a more flawless finish when you pick up any excess, press it into the skin, and this just feels really nice when it's a cool feeling on the skin. So, oh, my back. So you can see I have my main highlight. Now I'm gonna go through with my brightening highlight. That is a color, one of my favorites, called Aura. Right there. And I'm just gonna tap it into my brush, and I'm gonna go in the corner of my eye, down the side of my nose, and then just a little bit to give a lift out there. Again, corner of my eye, down the side of my nose. We want the side of the nose to be bright, not dark. The contouring goes up here, so we want this part to be bright. I like to have my forehead bright. I love that bright forehead look. Down the center of my nose. I'll do a little bit here, but I'm gonna bronze there. And here. And we'll just pull it down on my lines here too. Okay, then I'm gonna take the other side of this brush, and it's a very light brush, and I'm just going to lightly blend this beautiful aura in. You can already see it's like, I have a hair in my eye. It's like gives you a beautiful glow from within. All of our highlight shades have some kind of a yellow base to them. And don't be afraid of that. It's good for all skin tones, and what it does is gives you that glow from within, and it makes you look radiant and alive. It complements all skin tones. That's why so many people love this makeup, and it's a game changer. Once you use it, you just don't go back to your traditional makeup. It's just that good. So there we have my brightening. Now I'm gonna go in, oh sorry, I have a very bad back. I have a herniated disc and it gives me pain 24 hours a day. So I'm just gonna go in and tap here. Just kind of press that second brightening highlight in. And then I'm gonna go in with my contour, and that is a color called Olive. You can see I use Olive a lot, but I've had this Olive has lasted me like 9 months. It's lasted a long time. So that is a great thing. Our tins are $14 and they last. I will say the main highlight probably goes the quickest because you use it over a larger portion of your face. But the brightening highlights, the lip and cheeks last forever because they're highly pigmented. You're using just a little bit. And the contours, they last a long time, so you're not having to buy your makeup constantly. And that $14 goes a long way. So I'm gonna take my contour and I'm just gonna tap my brush in it, not the whole thing, just on the side kind of at an angle. And I'm just gonna do just a really light contour today. And I'm going under the cheekbone, up to the top of my ear, and I'm only going to about the center where my pupil is. I'm not dragging that all the way down. Is that the right side? Because I'm just lifting and kind of sculpting the face. Now I do kind of take it on the whole brush to do my forehead, because I do have kind of a longer, bigger forehead. And I just want to make that kind of like a shadow and make it appear a little bit smaller and more sculpted. I'm going to take the excess and go under here, under my jawline, and kind of sculpt that out. And this will also kind of blend my colors down here. Like that. And then I'm going to take the same brush that I used to do my brightening, and I'm going to take that and just tap it and do the sides of my nose. I'm going to use this to kind of blend that out. I'm just going to tap it in. I don't want to blend it again down the side of my nose. We just want to slim this top part of the nose. We don't want shadow down here. Now I'm going to take my brush and just push up and kind of blend upwards and blend this contour line, sculpting out my cheekbone, kind of carving it out. It's there, it just needs a little help. And I'm just going to press in kind of into my hairline to blend this. Press up. And you can already see the lines and the shape of my face taking form, so I don't have like a one color flat face. Now I like to take my blush and bronzer brush, which I use this a lot for everything, and I'm just going to soften this line here. soften this. See that? How that's softening everything and making it all tie in together? Now my face has dimension. The next thing, well, I'm just gonna take this and kind of press this in now. I kind of like to do this between every step just to make sure everything is blended and there's no excess. That's gonna give you a no makeup look. It's gonna look like you don't have makeup on your skin. Okay, and today, let me think what I wanna do today. These are my lip and cheek colors. You can see some of them are more glossy, some of them are more matte. I love all of them, but I love the more matte looks. And I think today I'm gonna go in with the pink grapefruit. And I'm just gonna tap that into my clean finger in there, and I'm just going to kind of go on the height of my cheekbone right there. And I just tap it in once. You can see it's highly pigmented and I have plenty of color on there. That's why these last so long. And I'm gonna take my blush to bronzer brush again. If you are new with this and you need a brush and you just want one brush that can do it all, I really recommend this one. It can do your contour as well. I prefer my hack brush to do contour just because the way it's shaped, but this one can do it all if you want it to. And I use it for my blush, my main highlight, blending. It's just so versatile and it just gives the prettiest coverage. So I'm just going to kind of blend that into my contour, kind of down into the contour. You can already see the pretty flush on my lips. My cheeks. I'm going to be using, I can use this on my lips as well. I'll just pop a little on there now, but I'm actually going to be lining and using a different brand for my lips today. So there you can see how beautiful that pretty flush is. I love our lip and cheeks. I'm going to take a little bit of bronzer today. We have a bronzer called Bella. It's a cream bronzer. It's beautiful. It adds just the right amount of warmth. You can see that there. And I'm gonna do around the sides of my face. This is also can be used like an all over very light wash of color if you are more tan than your highlight. Maybe you self-tanned. Or this can also be used for like color correction if you have just darker colors on your face and you kind of want to blend them. This is just a versatile product as well. So I'm just going to tap it in, kind of go over my nose. And I like to take it down my neck a little bit just to blend in my neck. There we go. So pretty. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my lips right now, and I'm using something different. Usually I use my contour for lining my lips, but I'm going to use something different today. Honestly, I don't even remember what this one is called. This is a Rimmel, I think. Oops, uh-oh, you don't want to drop that. Lip contouring, Big Proposal. I'm just going along the line of my lip. I'm not going outside it. I'm just going right on it. And sometimes I'll just line, buff it and blend it. Gives like a blurred effect, and then just leave it like that. But I'm adding color today. Kind of just buff it and blur it. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm using this Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in Loyalist. I love this color. It's so pretty. I love this pink grapefruit as well. That looks so pretty too. And it just goes so good with my blush color. This is a little bit lighter, and I like these nudie pink light colors, just lined with something a little bit more, a little darker. I'm gonna press that into my lips. I can feel it going into all the little spaces in my lips, and then I just take my finger and just always blend it out like this. Pretty. Now I'm just going to line or do my eyebrows, and I'm going to do my eyebrows. I'm going to use our multitasking brush, and I'm going to use just our I don't know if I showed you this. If you haven't seen my videos before, this is everything I need for my face. This is lip and cheeks and our illuminator, which is like highlight in the beauty world. It's a cream illuminator. Then I also have a powder illuminator and eyeshadows here. So everything fits into one palette, like basically my whole face, save for my mascara, eyeliner, and other products that I might decide I need to use today. But generally everything is right here. It's so simple, so easy. But I'm going to kind of open into a second palette that I have, just where I have extra highlights and contours, and I have extra eyeshadows in here, and I also have eyeshadows from the Urban Decay Naked palette and some other palettes that I like. I just added them all into here because these are magnetized, and I just pop them out of their compacts, and I still have everything in one spot. So what I'm going to use is this brush and a color called, oh goodness, I just keep forgetting what this is called, because usually I use, oh, this is Oak. I'm going to dip into Oak, which is one of our brown, very popular brown colors, and I'm just going to create some brush strokes here and just fill in my brows a little bit. I don't do anything too crazy, and I don't need them to be super thick or anything. I just like to fill them in a little bit. Easy peasy. Just like to give them a little bit of color. They are what they are. Their shape, it is what it is, and I like their shape. So, I'm gonna come in here. You can see it's just darkening them up a little bit. I've never gotten a brow tint, but I've heard great things about that. I would be curious to hear somebody's experience if you have gotten a brow tint, or if you do it yourself at home. What do you use? I would be really interested in trying a brow tint. So there, brows done. Now I'm going to just do, like I said, a golden, like bronzy look. So what I'm going to start with is our eyeshadow everything brush, and I'm going to take this smaller, well actually I'm going to take the fluffy end, and I'm actually going to use our powder bronzer to do my crease color right here. Just that's going to marry everything together and make it all blend together. So I'm just going to go right in my crease, just like a windshield wiper motion, and get a little bit closer. Okay, just creates a really nice base shade here. And I'm only going to be using 3 colors. I'm going to make this pretty simple. Okay, and now I'm going to take my darker color, and I'm going to go in with Trust, which is a brown color. And I'm going to use the smaller side, and I'm going to stand up just so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to put this in the corner, the outer corner. I'm kind of going to drag it down my lash line, just bring it up into this corner a little bit. It looks messy, but once you blend, it'll look fine. kind of go along my lower lash line, or my upper lash line. Our eyeshadows are highly pigmented and they're a very generous size, comparable to high-end eyeshadows. They're $12 for a tin of them, but you get so much product and it's such a good quality, so definitely worth it. And I'm just going to lightly blend this in. I don't want it smudged around too much, so I'm just using small motions here. Kind of want to lift it a little bit to my end of my eyebrow, so I'm just kind of keeping it right here in the corner. Okay, now this side. Don't be intimidated by eyeshadows like this or the application. It really is, I'm sorry if you can hear that, it really is super easy, and as long as you're blending, it's gonna look fine. I'm not the best at eyeshadow application by any means, but once you blend it, it's really easy. Anybody can do it. There. And the last thing I'm going to do, okay, I take that back. I'm actually going to use 4 colors. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take one of my shimmery gold colors, and that's going to be Bright Eyes. I'm going to pop that out. Bright Eyes. And I'm going to take my finger and just place it right here. And with my finger, I can just press it in to where I want it, kind of in the center.
Mom.
Yep.
Mail here.
The mail's here.
Yeah.
And just give like a pop of
Heather.
pretty, okay, thank you.
So you know.
Thank you, honey. Give it a pop of pretty gold shimmer. And then I'm going to take a color called Goldie, and I'm going to use this end of my eyeshadow every brush. And Goldie is very gold, if you can see that. And I'm going to put that right here. You can see how pretty and bright and gold that is. Whenever I hear Goldie, I think of Goldie Hawn. I love her. I think she's so upbeat and fun, and she just seems like she would be a fun person to be around. So, I'm gonna actually take my Cayman, my powder bronzer again, and just kind of go over here and just make sure everything is nice and blended upwards. Pop on some mascara really quick, and then I'm gonna set everything, which I should have done before my eyes, and then I'm gonna be done. Now, once you get this down, oh boy, once you get this down, it goes a lot quicker if you're not, doing a tutorial, talking and explaining through it. I can get my makeup done in under 10 minutes. If I'm just doing like my face and no like any kind of specific eye look, 5 minutes. I look really funny when I do this. Be right back. Okay, so that is all done. Last but not least, I'm going to take my powder brush, and I'm going to use my Too Faced kind of, what is this called? Born This Way Ethereal Setting Veil. We have a vanilla dust setting powder as well. I usually use that on a daily basis, but today I'm just going to tap into here and just go under my eyes with this to set here, here. These are the areas I like to set with powder. You want to set your cream makeup because it is cream. It doesn't set on its own like a typical liquid. that has water in it. The water evaporates and the liquid sets into like drier stuff. Ours is cream, so it's not gonna set, it's just gonna stay nice and creamy on your skin, which gives you good moisture back into your skin, but you wanna make sure you set it. So I use powder there. Then I take our setting spray called setting spray, and I just do like 1, 2, like an X. You're supposed to X, okay? It smells like something almost like a tanning oil or something good. It smells yummy. And that is all. That is how I do my makeup. It lasts me all day. It looks youthful, radiant, glowy, and yeah, that's it. So if you have any questions, again, reach out to me. If you would like a color match, fill out my color match form or just send me a picture of yourself. I would be more than happy to help you and walk you through this. I am your connection to this makeup, so that's what I do, is help you, and it is my pleasure to do that, and I'm always here for you. I'm not going anywhere, so even after you buy the makeup, I'm always here. We can do like hop on a video chat or a Zoom, anything that you need. I'm like your personal makeup buddy. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you really have a wonderful, beautiful day.